morning everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Crafty Clegg. I live in the northwest of England and I'm better known on Instagram and Facebook as Crafty Cleggs, and I have a small shop on Etsy and that's called Crafty Clegg Creations. I will put all the links to these things in the box below, in the drop box below. Welcome, Saturday morning. And I have just finished my last radiotherapy of the first week. Feel smashing, don't feel any different. I've had a slight bit of back pain and I can't decide whether it's muscular or whether I don't know. I've just been taking painkillers and it only started yesterday and I actually feel fine. No fatigue as yet, no other pain. They said yesterday that my skin looked quite good. So that's my first week over and done with. 2 more weeks to go. And then I just have to go back and have a follow-up appointment, 2 follow-up appointments. I've got one at the end of October and then one in the middle of November. And then I'm guessing after that, it's just a regular checkup, 12 months. I think for 5 years I have to do that. And really, that's it. That's all I've got to tell you about my health. There's nothing else to report really. I have, oh sorry about that, my camera's wobbling. I have decided, because I had a look a couple of times at the last vlog that I did, and the editing, all I can say is it wasn't my best, so I'm going to do better this week. I did notice that because I didn't really do any show notes, I've sort of tried to do me vlogging as natural as I possibly can, and unfortunately when you're sat in front of a camera and you're struggling for words, it's not always easy. So I do think I would be better with show notes. So this time I have written down some show notes. So I am going to try and tell you everything that I've got down here and get through it all and keep it not too short but not too long. Excuse me, it is Saturday and my grandchildren are coming to stay for the weekend, so I've got quite a few things that I need to do, but I was dying to get on to tell you just basically how I was getting on. I've got a few things to show you. I finished a few things. So first of all, I'm going to start well, I'll tell you about my holidays first. I've got a couple of holidays coming up. My friend and I, Sue, I've probably spoke to you about Sue before. She's quite a good friend of mine. We're quite close and often go away together just for a crafting weekend, a girly weekend. We don't go anywhere special. It's special to us, but when I say we don't go anywhere special, it's not abroad or it's in this country. We usually rent a little cottage or we usually rent a caravan and there's just the 2 of us go. We usually take so many crafting projects, it's ridiculous really, because we'll never do them all, but we like to have a choice. Anyway, next weekend, next Friday, this Friday coming, Sue and I are going away for a long weekend. We're going Friday till Monday, and this is the first time we've ever done this. Because when you rent a caravan or a cottage, you know what it's like on the first day. You can't get in until after 4, and on the last day you have to be out before 10. So really you just get one full day. And Sue and I just said that we felt a bit cheated really. Anyway, both of our husbands agreed to let us go for the extra day. It's not so bad for me because there's just Tim and the dog. But Susan does have a family. She's got 2 children and her youngest is, I think, Poppy is 7. So, you know, it's a little bit more difficult because she'll be away Monday morning, so she's got to get somebody to look after the children for her, take her to school. I mean, her husband's there, but her husband works as well. So it's been a bit of a treat for us to be able to go for Friday till Monday. So that's good. Really looking forward to that. I've got a few things that I'm going to take with me. Last time we went, we rented a cottage last time, and I think we was a bit ambitious because we took with us knitting, crocheting, sewing machines. The car was packed up and you'd have thought we were going away for a year, not 2 days. It was ridiculous and it was too much really. It was a little bit overwhelming. We had that much with us that we couldn't decide what to do, so we ended up not really doing very much crafting, which was a shame because we've had to wait a whole 12 months again. Sorry, the camera's wobbling, I'm leaning my leg against it. Yeah, we've had to wait an whole 12 months again to do all this, so we're going to be sensible this time. Do take a choice of things, but be sensible. And also, we're taking I've got a little dog that some of you might have seen on Instagram, Zach. I'm going to take Zach with me this time, and I think it's a good idea because it gives us a good excuse to get out and walk. Sometimes when Sue and I go away, we can become quite, I don't want to use the word lazy because none of us are lazy people at all, but we do become a bit lazy. We think, well, we've nothing to go out for, we take all our food with us, we'll just do one more row, and we end up sitting in all day, literally sitting in, not going anywhere, not getting any fresh air, and just crafting, which is brilliant, we love it, but you know, you do need to get out and about and get some fresh air. So we're going to take Zach with us, so that will make us go out for walks and get some fresh air and enjoy the outside. And I've had a quick look on the weather forecast, and hopefully, I mean, obviously it's not going to be red hot, but hopefully next week the weather is going to be pretty good as well. So fingers crossed, you know, we'll get some nice weather. So that's my first holiday that I'm going on with Sue, my friend. And the second one, this is after I finish my treatment. This is the last week in October and first week in November. We're going to America. I don't know if any of you know, but Tim and I used to live in America. Not where we're going to Florida. We used to live in a little town called Spartanburg in South Carolina. And we haven't been back to America since we moved back to England 5 years ago. Anyway, to cut a long story short, our eldest son, he and his family, his wife and our 2 granddaughters are going to Florida. They're staying in Disneyland. So we're going to get a hotel or rent a house in Florida. We're going to do a few of our own things and going to spend, so we're going to sort of split the time up with them. We're going to spend some time with them and some time by ourselves. We might go off and do a little bit of touring. I would actually like to go back to Spartanburg where we lived because I made 2 very, very good friends there, and I'd love to be able to go back and see them. If you're watching, hi Peggy, hi Susie, and we have thought about maybe getting a flight from Florida into Spartanburg for a couple of days just to go and visit some old friends. We still haven't decided whether that's doable yet, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed and hoping so. So that would be nice. So yeah, I've got a couple of things to look forward to. And also, you know, from last time my daughter and her partner Justina got engaged. Well, they've decided now that they're going to have an engagement party, and the engagement party is on, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's round about the 28th, 29th of October. It's about 2 days before we go to America. Katie lives in Bath, we live in the north of England, so it's going to be a tight squeeze, but there's no way I'm missing the engagement party. So it's going to be a really busy weekend that weekend. It'll be whipping up to Frome where she lives, whipping up there, engagement party, whipping back, finishing off the packing, sorting the dog out, and then off to the airport. So I've got quite a few things to look forward to. So I'm really, I feel really good at the moment, health-wise, and quite content with life. I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee. I'll show you my new mug. We went to, where did I get we went to a place called Boundary Mill to get some bits and pieces for the house. We went mainly to get some pictures for the walls. We've redecorated the entire house and we wanted some nice pictures to go up on the wall. And last time we went there, which was maybe about 8 weeks ago, we went to get a new dinner service. We saw quite a nice picture that we liked, and of course we decided we won't get it. And now we want it, so we went back to Boundary Mill and we got the picture. And while we was there, I got a couple of new mugs. This is the mug that I'm drinking out of at the moment. I don't know if you can see that. So we got a couple of these, and we got a little tray to go with it. Excuse me 1 minute. So that was that. So we've had, even though I've been having treatment done all week, We have tried to fit other things in around just so it's not been, you know, I've not been in the house, and like I said, touch wood, I feel good, so yeah, we've been trying to get out. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you some of my finished objects. I've got quite a few, but many of them are not for me. They're things that I've made for charity, or the first one I'll show you. I made this maybe about 3 weeks ago, and it wasn't quite finished, so I didn't show you last time. I don't think I'd done the arm shaping and put the hat on. Anyway, I've made this. I will put the links in the drop box below to all my patterns and where I got them from. I've made this for the surgeon that did my surgery on my breast, and I just thought this was really apt and fitted in quite well with her, and I'm hoping that she's going to put it on a desk at work. It's a surgeon. it's just an amigurumi, I don't know what you call it, doll. It's just an amigurumi doll, and it's a surgeon, and I just looked at it and I thought that's absolutely perfect for Miss Bramley. So that was one of the things that I finished. Quite like this. Made quite a few of these. Not surgeons, but this type of doll. The lady that designs these, she's called Dukes. Like I say, I'll put the link in the drop bar below. And she makes quite a lot of them. She does Christmas trees. She's done drummer boys. She's done quite a few, and I am going to make some other things for Christmas. So I'll show you them. But yeah, that's for Miss Bramley. I was really, really pleased with that. I hope she likes it. I'm sure she will do. And then the next thing that I was making, I did show you this last time. It's I did mention about a yarn festival that's quite close by where I live. Well, not really close by, but not too far away. It's in Skipton, and it's called Yarndale, and the lady from Attic 24, Lucy, she has a lot to do with the organisation of it, and every year she does a charity. And this year, when I say she does a charity, she does some kind of knit or crochet where everybody can join in. One year they all did tiny little sheep, another year they all made mandalas, and then this year it is a charity for these little charity bears. I have shown you this before. Again, put the link in the drop box for you down below. So I have made a couple of those to send off to her. These are all ready now. I'm going to pack I was going to pack them up last night, but then I thought I'll just show you. So I've made a boy and a girl, and they're dead simple to make, not difficult to make at all. I mean, me and my husband have had quite a laugh about the arms, because I make quite a lot of these amigurumi toys, and they're just a bit sticky outy, but it is how it is on the pattern, and I've done exactly what it says on the pattern, and I'm sure there's two little kiddlywinks that will love these. I've just made them out of acrylic. They're nothing special, they're just Stylecraft special DK acrylic, but I guess if they need to, and they're filled with I can't remember what it's called, but it's EU tested, so it's good to be washed and good to give to the children. So yeah, I've made those two, which I quite like. I haven't named them. I always name my bears and things that I make, but I haven't named these because they're going away to charity. So I quite like them. Them were nice. They actually took a lot longer than you thought. There was a lot, not fiddly, but they did take me a lot longer than I thought they would to make. I thought I'd be able to whip one of these up in an hour, but it was just the sewing up, and then you had to pick up the stitches for the arms and create the ears and a face. So, but yeah, really enjoyed making them, and I like doing things for charity, especially children, which is good. The next thing this isn't completely finished. Again, I've shown you this before. I showed you this I think when it was still in pieces. I think I'd only done the body, and it looked quite strange because it's a mother-to-be. It's called mother-to-be, and I think I have shown you this, and because I couldn't remember what these was called, and the lady very kindly told me, willow tree. And like I said, I have got a couple of these, so I should have remembered, but it reminds me very much of the willow tree ornaments. I have finished it apart from the little blanket here. This is called the midwife blanket. And I really don't like it. It's just not my cup of tea. So I have been searching for a blanket that's going to go with it. As yet, I haven't come up with anything, but I have actually finished her. So this is her minus a blanket. So that's, her hair has turned out really well. I'm really pleased with her hair. My husband did that for me. He wrapped it around the skewers for me. I made him do the tedious job. And yeah, I think she's really good. She definitely needs the blanket. I think you put, let me just stand up so you can see. I think you put her arm here, something like this. You drag one of her arms round there and she's holding a bump there, and then you have a little blanket on her. But she's quite nice, isn't she? Really pleased with her hair. So yeah, I will hopefully finish that very soon. Find a nice, I mean, if I can't find a blanket that, I did try to do a mini granny square blanket, and I did it in DMC embroidery thread, but even that was too big. It was just, I only did about 3 rounds, and you could have wrapped her in it. So I might have to go to the called the midwife blanket, because obviously that small pattern suits the doll. So that's what I might end up doing. And one other thing. No, that's it. That's it. Everything's finished there. I'm done with that. So that's all I've done really. I have been doing little bits of other things, but mainly I've done a giveaway on my Instagram page. I don't know if any of you seen that. If you head over to my Instagram page, Crafty Cleggs, I have put up a little giveaway. I'll show you what I'm giving, what it is. And you just have to go onto my page and follow me, tag a friend and like the page, and I'm going to draw the winner next Friday. It's Friday coming, and the giveaway is, because it's that time of year, I thought I'd do a Halloween themed giveaway. So I've done this. Can you see that? This is just a standard project bag that I do. When I say standard, I mean standard size. I like this size. I think for my shop, I am going to start making slightly bigger bags. A couple of people have asked me can I possibly make my bags a little bit bigger? Although a lot of people that I know do crochet, I also have a lot of friends that knit as well, and they say, while these are brilliant size for doing small objects, i.e. socks and shawls if you're using circular needles, I haven't got any bags in my shop that would be ideal for knitters. So I am going to make some bigger bags that would be ideal for knitters. But in the meantime, I'm getting off the subject, aren't I? So this is the giveaway anyway. It's just a 12 by 12 inch project bag with a zipper. It's fully lined in the purple. And then I've done, to go with it, a little notion pouch. That's fully lined as well. So that's just your little pouch for your notions. And then I've done a DPN cover. And again, somebody's asked me, can I do a DPN cover for knitting needles? How that'll work out, I don't know. I will try it. I don't know as if it'll work out, but I will try it. Anyway, if you pop over to my page on Instagram, Crafty Cleggs, and you might be in with a chance to win this. We'll let you know next Friday. I have done a little shop update. I was going to try and do it over the weekend, but I had a bit of spare time last night, so I decided to put them in last night. So I have made a few little Halloween bags. This is one of them. These are in my Etsy shop. That's another. And then the standard zipper. It's got a little bit of decorative stitching here. Zipped and fully lined again. That one's black. And these are in my Etsy shop. So if you want to have a look in my Etsy shop, I will put the link in the drop box below. So that's that. I've got a couple of things that I want to show you. I've had gifts sent, well no, I've had one gift sent to me, excuse me. I've had a gift sent to me, probably around about this time last week. I was feeling a little bit down. I'm not saying that you know, I'm cheerful all the time, because, you know, it does get me down. There's times when I think, why me? Why did I have to get it? Because obviously it's always going to be on my mind now, having cancer. And so I was feeling a little bit down, and my daughter knew that. So she very kindly sent me a little parcel. She sent me, I love badges. I put badges on everything. I love badges on my crochet bags, my knitting bags. I love them on my coat. I love them all. So she sent me a couple of badges. This is one of the planet, a planet pin, which is lovely. Thank you, darling. Then I love this little one. This is living my best life. Can you see that? I don't know if the shadows quite like that. And she sent me a really, really lovely pack. Can you see? I don't really want to open it. It's a shame, isn't it? But I really love it. She sent me a pack of notebooks. That was nice. And then she sent me, this book is by Kim Inglesby. Yeah, and it's Hound of Happiness, 52 Ways to Feel Good. It's a brilliant, brilliant little book. I'll put the link to this lady's Instagram post, Instagram page, and you can have a look. But it's a really, really good book. Gives you some of the quotes in here are just absolutely brilliant. There was one in particular that I liked, and I can't, let me see if I can find it. Just bear with me 1 minute. Oh, here it is. It says, spend time with good people, nurture these relationships, add value to your life, and enhance the lives around you. This is just some fabulous quotes that make you stop and think. Go over to her Instagram page and have a quick look at that. Very, very good. Love it. Thank you, Katie. And she did send me a couple of pictures, which I've got up on my wall. Oh, can you see round about here? Let me see if I can take you over and you can have a quick peek. I don't know if you'll be able to see her. This is what she sent me. This is my daughter. This is my daughter-in-law to be. And this is my grandson, Maddox. This is my daughter. And this is my husband and my 3 grandchildren. This was at Easter time. Sorry about that. I just thought I'd show you that. So yeah. And the other parcel, just bear with me a second, you're wobbling. The other parcel that I got, I don't know, you'll have ordered, I can't get my words out. You will have all heard of Rachel from So Ray Me, and she does goodie boxes. I don't know what she calls them, but she just does. Every so often she does a Christmas box, an autumn box. She did a bee box just recently, and unfortunately I missed that one. Anyway, I was determined I wasn't going to miss this next one that she did. And it's called the Hugger box. And it come, and I just absolutely love it. I have opened it and I have to have a look in it. But I haven't touched anything in it. I've just looked because I wanted to share with you what were in the box. It arrives and it's so beautifully packed. It really is lovely. My husband thought I'd gone crackers because I'd bought this box and everything that's in it, I've got hundreds of them. Well, when I say hundreds of them, I mean one of the things that's in it, I've got hundreds of them. And I've got some of the other things. I know it sounds daft, but it's, even though I make bags and I collect wool and things like that, I just love supporting little businesses like Rachel. She does so well from So Ray Me. I'll put the link below. She just does such a lovely, everything about Rachel is lovely. She does lovely vlogs. She's got a really lovely little Etsy shop. She works so hard and she seems like a genuinely nice person. And so I always want to help them kind of people. So just, you know, buying from somebody like Rachel gives me a lot of pleasure, even though I've got you know, things that are in here. So first of all, this is one of Rachel's little project bags, and it's so well made. It's beautiful. It's fully lined, and she's got a little stamp. There's the little So Re Me stamp. And it's got the little claw at the side that you can put your project keepers on. But this fabric is beautiful, and it's just a drawstring. Isn't it gorgeous? I love that. I'm glad I've shown it to you now, so I can start to use that now. That's lovely. So there was that in it. But look at this. I don't know if you'll be able to see them. All these die cut. Let me show you. All these die cut leaves. They're just gorgeous, and they make the box so much nicer. Look at them all. They just make the box so much nicer. So I got my bag, and then there was a skein of hand-dyed yarn. Can you see that? Can you? Skein of hand-dyed yarn, and that's from down Sheepy Lane. Debbie Dancer is the lady that's dyed that. Then there was my favourite. Can't have enough of these. Tea Light Candle. I mean, you can't see it very well. It is lit up, but you can't see. There you go. And one of those, which I love. And then this, which is, I'm dying to try. I'm going to have this tonight. This is caramelised pumpkin. Oh, tea. Was that in it too? The caramelised pumpkin tea. Then we had, everybody's got to have a bit of chocolate. Extremely chocolatey, Marks and Spencer's. And then these. I think she's shown you these before, Rachel, on her, I don't know if it's one of her past vlogs that she's done, but they're all different stickers. There's all different, there's the gloves, shirts, there's all sorts. I will put a picture on my Instagram feed of all this so you can see. And it was just packed absolutely beautifully. Just like little things like this, which I absolutely love. Look at that, just a tiny, you know, just a little stamp on a piece, on a tag with a string. I just love it. And there was a little card. That is one of my well-used phrases, my happy place. I am in my happy place right now. If I could stay in this place forevermore in a day, I'd always be happy. This is definitely my happy place. And then there's it looks like recycled paper. I'm not sure whether it is or not, but it looks like recycled paper. There's a beautiful note from Rachel, which is really, really lovely. Thank you, Rachel. And then just everything about it. Tells you the meaning of hugger. You see that? I will put all this, like I said, I'll take a still and put it on my Instagram feed so you can see it all. So that was that, but I was so upset because I'd started my treatment. Rachel because she's been so busy with these boxes, Rachel, she'd decided to do them in two separate sales. I don't know what you want to call it. She decided to sell half. She'd split the amount of boxes that she had by half. So she decided to sell half of them, say, Saturday night, and the other half on Monday. And I completely forgot all about it. And Christmas is a massive thing for me. I love Christmas. I try to get as many advent calendars as I can afford, and all the nice little boxes that everybody does. But because I was having my treatment done, and one thing, I completely forgot all about it. So I missed out on the Christmas box. So anybody who gets the Christmas box, please do share with us. I know Rachel always does, but do share with us, won't you? And show me what I could have had if I'd have set an alarm and bought one, which I didn't. And I'm so sorry now. Anyway, so there's a couple of other things work in progress. Again, I completely forgot all about it because it's down here on the floor. I don't know if any of you are aware of Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful. She's doing a Strictly Sock Along 2019, and I'm not terribly good at making socks. I can do them, and I can do the very basic ones, but I'd love to be able to do some of the socks that are out there, and they're changing colour and they're putting a pattern on, and I'm determined to learn to do this. So I decided that I was going to join Ali's Sock Along, Strictly Sock Along. So I made myself a new bag. I've already shown you one of these bags before, actually. It was a very, very small, it's a really good pattern. It's quite a small one, so it wouldn't really have done for anything other than carrying notions and maybe your scissors and things like that. So I made a bigger version. This is the bigger version of the one that's the self, you know, it's a self-bottomed bag, if you like. It boxes itself just if you follow the pattern. Does that make sense? I don't know what I'm trying to say there, just ignore me. Anyway, so I made myself this bag, and obviously with it being Strictly, I tried to make it as sparkly as I could, so I did all the gold, and the gold stripes up the side. I did look, I searched quite a long time for a nice sock pattern, maybe with a little bit of pattern in it, but I was advised, again by Rachel, that probably I would be better going for a simple sock, because if I wanted to watch Strictly and knit my socks at the same time, I'd need to know what I were doing. And it's a good job I did, because I sat watching Strictly, casting on my socks, thinking I'm doing them all right, and I'm doing them all wrong, so I had to start again. So I've actually done these socks. This is the second time I've cast them on, but this time they're right. So although this isn't the colour that I'm doing, you'll see the colourways that I'm doing in a little while. This is one of the free patterns that I got. I bought last year some balls of yarn, sock yarn, for members of my family, and you got free patterns with them. And because I'd bought so many balls, they gave me an extra pattern. So I'm just doing these very vanilla, if that's what you call them. They're not, like I said, they're not like that. They're just a plain rib at the top, straight stockinette stitch, turn the heel, stockinette, foot, finish. And I wanted to try to use the circular needles. So I bought the circular needles, but unfortunately they only had the 25 centimetres, which I thought would be alright, but they're not, they're too big, they stretch in the sock. I needed a 23. Anyway, I've ordered a pair, they haven't come yet. But I felt that they were ruining my yarn, and I was a bit panicky about it. So I did go on to my DPNs. I did have some DPNs, so I went on to them. And this is, I've shown you this yarn before. It's from Lay Family Yarns. Just bear with me 1 second. And it is the Holly and the Ivy from, from Lay Family Yarn. There you go. And that's what, and it's not got any sparkle in it. I would have liked to have maybe knitted a pair of socks with sparkle in, but I really liked this one and wanted some socks for Christmas for myself. So this is why I've done this. And I don't know if I get, like Alice said, I watched her podcast yesterday, and you can knit as many pair of socks as you want during the Strictly Sock Along. So if I get cracking with these socks, take them away with me this weekend. Then next weekend it's Yarndale at Skipton, and the amount of yarn that they have there, the variety that they have is unbelievable. So I might even be able to get some from there that's got a bit of sparkle in and make a second pair of socks. Who knows? But this is all I did on Saturday night. So I cast on Saturday night, and then I had to pull it back and cast on again. And this is as far as I've got. Look, if you can see. It's knitting up quite well, and this is the sparkly, my glitter ball. Well, it's not a glitter ball, but it's the sparkliest stitch marker I could find at the time. I did try to, like I said, do everything sparkly as I could. So yeah, that's how far I've got. And I'm really pleased with myself because, like I say, I'm not a sock knitter. It is a bit alien to me. It feels a bit strange, but I'm determined to learn how to make socks. What I'm trying to get more into is making my own socks, doing my own shawls. I want to make some shawls. There's a couple of shawls that I've seen that I quite like. I like the one that Jules does from So Sweet Violet. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if is it Find My Fade? No, I don't think that is. I'm not 100% sure. I'll check on that. But yeah, that's what I want to get into. Knitting socks and doing some shawls and maybe making more toys and sewing more. In fact, I want to do everything, but just haven't got enough time. Anyway, I think that's it for now. Oh no, one more thing, sorry. I've just bought myself, very quickly before I go, how long, because yeah, this is going on a bit and I didn't want it to be this long. But never mind. I've just purchased, while I was sat this morning having my coffee, watching the sunrise, I've just purchased another crochet pattern. This lady, I've never heard of her before. I do follow her on Instagram, but she is from... I don't know if she's from Belgium. No, I don't know. So there's no point in me guessing. I will put a link. Everything that I've shown you, if I can get a link to it and put it in the drop box below, I will do. Anyway, she's doing a crochet along that starts, I think it's the 18th. Yeah, the 18th September. So I've downloaded the pattern and I have actually sent her a message, whether she'll understand it or not. I'm sure she must be able to understand some kind of English because some of her patterns, like this one I've bought, is in, well, it's translated. It's not like the kind of pattern we'd buy, but you can understand it. And I have actually asked her, can I buy one of the kits? So I'm still waiting to hear back from her. But I'd like to buy the kit because I do like to make, when I'm doing a crochet along, I do like to make the crochet along in the materials that, you know, it's actually done in. So, and this is just a small, another amigurumi, but that's just, I just loved it. I just thought it were really cute. Be nice for my shelf at the back here, and then I'm going to get some more around here. So yeah, that's that. Little strawberry girl. Quite like her. And that's it really. A couple of people have asked me for a tour around my craft room, which I will do. I will actually do that next week. In the middle of next week, I won't do a massive vlog. I'll just do a very small one. Just show you around my craft room, show you what I've got, show you the chaos, which, gosh, it's a good job you can't see it now, because it's completely chaotic. But I will have a tidy up and I'll give you a little tour around my craft room. And other than that, all I've got to say is thank you very much for watching. And hopefully you'll have a nice weekend and I'll see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.